once again, welcome to my screen, and this is Charles with Precious Jewels. So it's been a while, more like a month or two now. I recently uploaded a video on YouTube. Let's just get to business. So we'll kick off straight up from the DXY. Sure, my stuff is recording. All right. So we'll kick off straight off from the DXY. That's the dollar index. Sorry, my network is a little bit shaky, but all right. So pick up from the dollar index. All right. I have got some things on my chart. I'm going to clear them off. And as you all know, I'm a swing trader. So I look at the market from, the swing stand. That's how I look at the market from a swing point, from a swing trader point of view. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so if you're really familiar with my previous video, you'd understand what has been happening on the DXY. I'm not really going to. I'm not really going into that, Ben. But let's see what's happening right now on the DXY. So on the DXY, all right, we can see price. We can see price, literally pushing down into this area and then coming back for a retest on this major zone around here. And as we all know, this is a chart pattern here. That's a double top. So this double top was what we've seen in the monthly time frame, and then same price push all the way back down here, and then coming over for a retest on the major zone. That's what price was doing. So literally it's saying to us, price, it's in the downtrend that's on a monthly time frame. All right, but if we get to see these candles very well, we can try to see, we can try to understand that price really hasn't been moving. Always saying that it's not really a movement, because it's just consolidating. Price has been consolidated over here, right? And for some strange reasons, price has failed to break down what we're seeing. Price goes back up for that particular retest, or as I call it a retest, or is price basically trying to touch our resistance again. That's what's happening, because if we break a support, we're going to try to come back for a touch again. But then I looked back in history, and I can see price just why we've been having this. This is a trend line being drawn, all right? So for those that don't know, all right, so why we've been having this price tall around here, it's because of this trend line. And this is first touch, second touch, and the third touch here. All right, so this trend line is really, really quite important to us, because it's holding price from breaking down. That's what's happening. And so we're having this retest here coupled with the trend line that's pushing price to the upside. So we've established that on the monthly time frame. All right, the price is making a retest, trying to touch the zone right here, and this trend line as well is what's holding price from breaking down. So we'll go back to the weekly time frame. All right, so over to the weekly time frame, which is here. We can literally see there's a double bottom here. So we can see a double bottom, a break of a double bottom, a retest of a double bottom, and then price is kicking up as well. So on the weekly time frame, we can see a chart pattern. This is a chart pattern here. So we had a double bottom on the trend line here. And this is third touch. So we have a double bottom, third touch of trend line, price breaks this trend line, comes back for a retest, and now we push it up. So on the weekly time frame, we can see price in an uptrend. Price literally is in an uptrend. And besides that, you can see structure being broken in here. This is high, low, you know, and then so the recent high haven't broken. This high got broken. All right. So literally in weekly time frame, price is an uptrend. That's what we're seeing. And this zone here is a major zone. Literally, if we break here, if we could break this zone, then price, it's returning back to an uptrend. But don't forget, we've got a chart pattern here. So it's really dicey on the DXY. It's quite dicey. All right. So, well, if we can break this major zone here, then price has returned back to its uptrend. Basically, we'll call these, a force breaker. All right. But if we can stay below this major zone, then it's just price trying to make its retest and then push back down. That's what's happening. So if the weekly time frame it's an uptrend, let's see what's happening on the daily time frame. So this is daily time frame here. Daily time frame, we can see structure, proper structure being formed, which is you know, high, a low, a high, a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and now we're trying to form a higher high. That's what's happening around here. So basically, the XY is an uptrend that stands now. So if the XY is an uptrend, the Euro USD should be falling, the GPUSD should be falling. That's what's happening. All right. Well, here is a point. It's a point of interest. It's a really big point of interest because it's a major zone. And if we do break here, we might come here and push back down, or we might come here and push all the way up. So it's a major zone of interest. So I'll really be watching, the XY to see if it breaks the zone or not. So let's go over to the Euro USD. All right, so the Euro USD. I was in the trade on the Euro USD. All right, but let me take it off. So Euro USD, and as we all know, I mean, like I said, if you watch through my previous videos, you get to understand Euro USD is an uptrend. All right. I don't go into that. I just go to my previous videos and there you get the actual, information. All right. So, but what we've seen here is price, consolidating around this area. This is the monthly time frame. And we can see this candle showing a bias in the market, but some oscillars came to the market and, for some reasons, the market is pulling back down as the monthly time frame showing selling pressure. So on the weekly time frame, I can see somewhat of I call it a double top. It's not really a clear one. It's not really clear, but we could see past a double top, something like this. Price is breaking the neckline right now. So on the weekly time frame, excuse me, you can see price, from the double top here and now coming into the neckline. I think as of last week, all right, this neckline was broken with this bearish engulfing candle over here. All right, so we should expect further downside of the Euro USD. We should expect more selling pressure. All right, because right now the bears are active on the Euro USD. So right now on the Euro USD, so this is our neckline being broken. All right, so we've got a break of our neckline, come back for retest, and now we're pushing back down again. So at the moment, you could go into this trade. You could short the market, from around here, and the SL coming over here. Our TP will be my next major zone. That's for my TP. So you could short this. I won't go into the whole strategy of how I'm going to short the market, but you could short because I'm short already on this market. So you could short the market from around here, and then TP SL coming over here. I'll go to that. My strategy is really I want to, all right, but basically it's just a break of this neckline and then price coming. But there's a lot to it, but let me not start wasting a lot of time on strategy. All right, but that's just so you can short the market on the Euro USD. We have a double top, break of neckline and price heading down. This is the daily time frame. All right, so you could go to the 4 hour and then get your shorting positions. All right, so let me move on to gbpusd. Like I said, I won't really go into, because in my previous videos, all of these things are there. All right, so you can just go back to my previous videos and then, you know, all right, so let me take off all these things I have. This is my chart, so I don't really like deleting them, but I'll delete them for the sole purpose of trying to make you guys understand what's happening in the market. Okay, so this is the gbpusd. As we all know, it was an uptrend, for some time. All right, well, we can see the gbpusd for some reasons failing to, make higher highs. Look at this candle very well. Look at it clearly. You can see price has been consolidating around this area. All right, so it's saying something to us that price is ready to break or probably sellers are now active more in the market. That's what it's saying to us. So we'll go back to the weekly time frame. So on our weekly time frame, we can see a clearer view of what's happened. Basically, a chart pattern was being formed, which is a double top. So a double top was basically being formed, you know. So we just had a double top being formed on the weekly time frame of the GBP USD. That's what's happening around here. All right. So we've got neckline. This is the neckline over here. I had I was watching these plays. That's why I kept that line there. But so this is neckline. Neckline has been broken. So our neckline literally has been broken for the GPUSD. So we had the break here, and that's what happened on the GPUSD. But let me keep this stuff back here. All right, because I think at the time. This level was quite active for me. All right, so weekly time frame, we can see price forming this double top, showing selling pressure, and chart pattern, as we all know, could be continuation or could either be a chart pattern could be a continuation of a particular trend or could be, a reversal of a particular trend. So this is a reversal, and this is a chart pattern showing to us a reversal from an uptrend to a downtrend. So that being established. So we'll go out to our daily time frame. So our daily time frame, our daily time frame, I mean, it could as well have been short in the GPUSD from around here, this point. All right, but I did short the GPUSD from around this point. For some reasons, I did close again, but right now I'm short again on GPUSD. All right, so I did short the GPUSD from around here. Basically, just a break of support here, and boom, I got into the trade. So that's it for the GPUSD. So it's basically just a break of our support or break of this particular neckline. This particular neckline, this is it. Neckline, so break of this neckline, and I'm in the trade already. But then something to actually, be mindful about, all right? Because I think as of last 2 weeks, while I was trading, so okay, it's really ball. Let's see what's going to happen, all right, for the GPUSD. So we should expect a break of GPUSD around here. you know, and TP. I'm a swing trader. My stop loss is what it was over here. All right. And I'm shorting this trade, you know. So that's it. All right. So first, we're looking at the GPUSD to for price of GPUSD to come to 1.20953. You heard it here first. So the GPUSD in the coming months you should get to 1.20953. You know, if and only if, all right, price starts falling, and if and only if the XY doesn't get held by the major zone up there. All right, so that's for the GPUSDs. I want to go back to the BTC USD. That's Bitcoin. All right, I'll go back to Bitcoin. Okay, then Bitcoin is it's something else for me, honestly speaking. Something else. Well, so on the monthly time frame, we can see the Bitcoin basically going higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. But uh, yeah, this is a higher high, right? But I'm looking at these candies. This is June, July, August, September, October. So 4 monthly candle, all in consolidation, and then price is trying to make this higher low if the items. All right, so we'll go back to the weekly time frame. So I'm a little bit having Qatar, so my voice not really clear. All right, so on the weekly time frame, coming. On the weekly time frame, all right, we can see clearer. We can see a much more clearer view. All right, price making higher highs and higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. All right, and at this point here, price is from a double top. So that's the reason we're seeing price bleed all the way to the downside. Well, bear in mind, this was the last low we had, and price has come all the way to this last low. I mean, it's close, up here, not below this last low. So we're still in an uptrend on the BEC. We're still an uptrend on the BEC. So price just making what we call retracement, somewhat a retracement on the BEC. That's what we're seeing. The price making some form of retracement. All right. If I'm to use my Fibonacci, so the swing we had, so the swing, all right, okay, it's not really clear. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, so we need to see what price is gonna do around this area. If price really wants to continue this uptrend, price has to, you know, stop here, and more like price has to, show to us. We don't predict what's going to happen, or I would just follow what's happening in the market. More like the market shows to you, and then you follow accordingly, not you dictating for the market. So let's see what's going to happen in coming weeks for the BEC. All right, that's that for today. So my Euro USD, it's a sell on GPUSD, it's a sell. The dollar for right now, it's actually strong. So that's how we are seeing this downside on the Euro USD and GPUSD. So I'll be giving you more updates on what's happening in terms of the financial market. So once again, thank you for, watching this video, and please as well subscribe for more content. Thank you so much.